very first show of Halftime is Showtime.
That's cute.
Oh, that's the name?
We just came up with that on the way over here.
I didn't know
So
what it was.
do you like that? And then the acronym is like HIS. His. You see what I'm saying? You see where I did that?
His, because
Halftime.
we're always bringing it back to the Lord.
Right. Whoa. Well, alright. So we are here with Halftime and Showtime. My name is Linnell Goodwin.
I'm Samantha Terry. Ooh.
And I'm Jared McCullough.
Alright, and we are here to bring you all the latest news and all the awesomeness is going on here in, well, not just here in the city of Atlanta where we are based, but also in the entire band community and culture, alright? We're here to bring you all the dish, all the good, all the bad, all the ugly, and all the awesomeness that is surrounded with music. We're actually here on set at the beautiful Encore Film and Music Studios. It's our new home for the show. So that's where we are right now. Maybe when we start, opening up for live studio audience, some of you will be lucky enough to be in our audience and take part in this awesome stuff here.
And it's really nice. Like, it's really, really beautiful and comfortable and all that stuff. And this is just one part, but the entire studio is really, really nice.
It is. It's an awesome facility. And if you're interested in looking up some more pictures on Encore Film and Music Studios, feel free to look it up on Google. Encore Film and Music Studios. They're actually open for bookings. If you have a photo shoot, a video shoot, or something that you want to do here, it's a multi-purpose facility, feel free to hit them up for inquiries and prices and bookings and things of that nature. We were told that Tiny and Dwight were here a couple weeks ago, yeah?
Oh, yay.
Shameless plug.
Hey, I'm just saying, yeah, Dwight, the guy from
Real Housewives.
Real Housewives.
Married to the medicine.
Yeah, and Tiny, the infamous Tiny, who made that whole boxer versus rapper thing happen,
You mean the girl from Escape?
Yeah, the girl from Escape. We'll say that. The girl from Escape. There, we'll say that. The girl from Escape. So yeah, so that's who we are, and that's where we're shooting from right now, and we're glad to be here. Let's start off with just a little bit of background information on who we are, so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. Let's start with you, Samantha. Ladies first.
All right, well, as you know, Linnell likes to talk, so we just let him talk. My name is Samantha Terry. I am a local from the city of Atlanta. I should take that back because we don't like the term local, because local and ratchet. I am a original person, not shipped in.
Native.
Ah. You're more here.
My waters. Take it. So, but I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
Water
I
has
attended.
bubbles in it. Sorry.
That's the flavor.
It's sparkling.
There we go. Sparkling water.
Benjamin Elijah Mays Academy of Mathematics and Science, and I was a member of the Marching Raiders band, and I attended Alabama A&M and marched their undergraduate. I'm just a pretty cool all-around person. I'm probably the ideal band chick to marry because I'm cute and I can read music.
What did you play?
I played clarinet and I also played mellophone. I'm very good on clarinet. The other one not so much, but it doesn't matter.
Mellophone's a hard instrument.
It really is.
All right. Jared?
My background, I was born here in Atlanta. I was born and raised in College Park. Then we moved to Noonan, where I went to Noonan High School. After that, I went to Hampton University in Virginia. I marched at Hampton later on in my tenure. What y'all got to say?
Wait. What do you mean?
Because y'all already throwing... Okay, I marched at Hampton later on in my tenure.
Holy smokes.
And then where I played the cymbals.
That has nothing to do with me, man.
What?
I hear Hampton's an awesome school.
It is an awesome school.
And that's all
but I already sent some...
No, that's your personal.
Okay.
Insecurities.
Well, I marched at Hampton later on in my college career. I played the cymbal. When I graduated from Hampton...
Cymbal?
The cymbals. When I graduated from Hampton and was hired by Hampton, I assisted the dance coordinator over Emily Fire. So that's some of my band background right now.
All right. Well, once again, my name is Linnell Goodwin. I attended Westlake High School Math and Science Magnet School, where I was a part of the Marching Lions and the Marching Lions band program under the tutelage of the Mr. Roderick Smith. Rest in peace. After that, I went on to attend the great Bethune-Cookman University, where I was a part of that band program as well, and an active member of the illustrious Marching Wildcats. Now I am a certified educator, where I teach music to little students in school and just spread the joy and the gospel of music everywhere I go. You know, so yeah, that's what we do now. And then, and that's not it.
Of course not. It never is.
It's never it. So then I went on to help to find, to found, to create, to mold Bandroom Nation and BandroomNation.com, which is why we're before you now, or one of the entities that we're before you now for right now, you know what I'm saying? Which is an organization that promotes and supports high school music programs across America. So, you know, we do different things around the community. You've heard of us, and if you haven't, you'll certainly hear from us this upcoming season. So that's just a little bit more about me and all your awesome panelists here right now. So, what's going on in the band world? Well, I know Drumline just stopped rapping, right? I mean, it just wrapped. Production.
We just finished our Drumline 2, A New Beat. A lot of people are confused. They're thinking it's a TV show, or no. This is actually the sequel to the movie from 12 years ago. So it just wrapped literally, well, we'll say like 2-3 weeks ago, but officially we finished recording the music for it on last week. I officially ended my task today, my role. I was a production assistant. I do everything, guys, so just so you know, I'm not just, you know, band girl.
So how was it?
It was long. I don't think I would go into the film industry. The days are really long. But the actual experience working with all these different musicians and directors, and just, it was really, really, really nice just to have that
camaraderie, maybe?
Right. Yeah, of
Band
music. Like, it was like a adult band camp.
Yeah.
Like, not college, but like, we're grown. So it was cool. But what you got going on?
I heard you know, a couple of those nights they were out till like 2:30 in the morning recording and stuff. Yeah, I heard it was got kind of rough, you know, in those trenches. That's what you got to go through, you know, to do professional recordings and movies and things of that nature.
So hopefully we do the band world justice, but we're never going to please all of you all. So we'll give us A2.
So, speaking of music and Drumline, who was the person, the chief arranger? Who was, you know, the man behind the sound of the soundtrack for Drumline?
Well, Don Roberts, who is the instrumental coordinator for DeKalb County Schools.
Okay, kudos to Don.
They pulled him in again. He was also the same role as the instrumental coordinator for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in charge of getting the band cast, the band uniforms, the music, choreography, all that. That was his responsibility. So all of that is courtesy of Don. The music selection, I think, is pretty awesome, with the exception of the 2 original tracks.
That's shade.
Yeah.
So who was the choreographer? Do you know?
Kiki Eli.
Okay.
She was also in the first one as a original. Did the dance girls have a name in the movie?
They were the A&Ters or something like that. The A&T girls.
So, okay, so she came back and
I remember
Jake's
the name.
Bell.
They did have a name. Golden Delight. That was their name.
oh wait, are you for real?
A&T, right? We're talking about A&T?
Oh yeah, that's who the movie's based on.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little dark in here. It's a little shade there.
No, I love North Carolina A&T. They're an awesome program.
Mm-hmm.
But Jake's Bell and Kiki Eli, they were our dance coordinators for this movie, as far as choreography and for the dance girls and for the dance for the movie for the most part. So it's going to be a really, really interesting movie. It's going to be real interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you think that, because I know that we are going to have mixed feelings as band people, but do you think that like kids will have the same excitement as they had
Oh,
50, 11 years ago?
I think it's going to increase because the main plot is a female percussionist trying to make the line, because that never happens anywhere. Girls don't play the drums in college. So that's the plot. And
good old Hollywood.
they're so far away, detached. It's so funny.
And I bet some writer somewhere was like, aha.
I would have loved maybe if they would have stuck, or it would have, the whole female drum major thing, because you seldom see female collegiate.
Yeah, that's true.
That's seldom, especially if it's like a really good program. Their female drum majors are few and slim. You could probably name them all. But I think what the movie would do as far as for the general population is encourage young ladies to want to play in the band, want to play those instruments such as percussion instruments. Just push them towards learning those and actually participating and making, like, you can be pretty and play an instrument. It is possible. You don't have to look like a mud duck all the time.
Yeah. Now, a lot of us bandsmen won't really readily admit it, but the first Drumline did a lot of good for the band culture. I mean, it made bands everywhere pretty much explode as far as, membership and interest and all that stuff. Because most bands people, they get so mixed up between Hollywood and reality. So they saw the Hollywood movie and they were like, that's not how we do things. That's false. We don't do that. But in reality, I mean, it really helped us out. Do you think this one is going to be as much of an impact as the first one?
Well, for those that have been living under a rock, we had the unfortunate incident where we lost Robert Champion, who was a KMU drum major and also from Atlanta, Georgia, Southwest DeKalb alum. Behind his death was hazing allegations. So I think that the movie is going to allow a more positive look on bands, because if you look at the program since that happened, a lot of numbers have decreased. A lot of parents, even though their kids are seniors and going to college and making adult decisions, they don't want to put their kids in those predicaments if they can avoid it. So I think that took away from a lot of programs' numbers. I think this movie will definitely encourage next year. This time next year, you'll probably see an increase of scholarships. Well, I don't know about scholarships because that's dependent on the school. But I do believe there will be a peaked interest in people, youth wanting to actually go to colleges and march more. Because although Hollywood gives you a facade of what's going on, it's marketing for us. It's definitely marketing our services and what we do and what we provide. So I think it's gonna help us more than hinder us.
Awesome.
Did the first Drumline have an impact on y'all at all?
I'm gonna be totally honest. As I throw stones at those bandsmen who were angry at the movie, I was one of those bandsmen that did not like the movie. But this was coming from a high schooler who's already knee-deep into the marching band culture and the band culture already. Before Drumline came out, I was like 100% band head already. So I can say it didn't really
Make or break?
Yeah, make or break me, because I was already there. So, it didn't really do anything for me. Samantha?
Specifically for me, when Drumline came out, I was a sophomore in college, and I had already marched, and so I enjoyed it as far as the entertainment. I feel like, oh my God, this is our Bring It On, Yule. So, I felt...
Now, you said this is our Bring It On what?
Yule.
Yule.
Yeah,
oh,
okay. This was then, because
right.
I was... At the time, Yule was... Right.
And just for reference, that is Y-U-L-E. That's
Yule.
Yule. Okay. All right, continue.
Not Y-O-U.
Oh, Y-O. Come on now. Come on,
but
people.
some people Yule.
No. Y'all.
For me, I actually enjoyed it. I wasn't angry with it. I do know what my experience was marching, and I feel like if they put out what really happened, a lot of bandsmen would be in jail. So I'm glad.
Investigation.
Right. I'm so glad that they sold this dream of marching band in the way they did, and they made being a freshman seem so awesome. Like, oh my God, he dated the captain of the dance team, because unless she's a thought, that happens.
Oh my gosh.
So
Well, date is a pretty strong word.
Well, they were together in the movie, and then I found out apparently they cut a lot of scenes from the original of Zoe and Nick Cannon. Like they were off having sex and like they cut a lot of stuff from the movie because they said it was just going off tangent, which I'm glad they did. So they were in a relationship. They made out at the party. Everybody saw it in the middle of KK's side strolling. We all
Yeah,
saw
that was
it.
the part where everything went slow motion.
That's how you know it's
And
real.
we were all in like bliss, right?
When love goes in slow motion.
When love goes in slow motion,
You know
it's
it's
real.
real.
It's serious, you know. The only thing that was missing was little like hearts and stuff, but they couldn't do that because it was supposed to be real.
Right.
You know, it wasn't animated, so they couldn't just have random hearts floating over their heads. But what they did have was some good slow motion. Okay.
And some random music in the background.
And some random music in the
While
background.
people were strolling.
While
That was-
people were
Because
strolling.
at a party, this happens.
Yeah, it happens, you know.
But usually they're off in a corner, not in the middle.
Yeah, no, in the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the middle. We're gonna make out while the
We're not going to move out the way of KK's side.
No, because we have some making out to do as a freshman percussion member
And as a senior.
and as a senior dance captain of whatever Golden Delight. So, all right, but that's Hollywood for you, and I actually look forward to the movie. I'm actually not going to get my hopes up. I think it's going to be uber corny, you know, but I think it's going to be good for us because we're in a place where we need something, you know, to boost us up in the band community, the band world, or whatnot.
And the cast is beautiful.
Oh gosh, yeah, I went there and they have like this aura about them. You can all tell who is exactly a part of the cast and not a real marching band member because they're all like beautiful, like.
Nothing against, because we're beautiful, but
Yeah.
we're like made from clay beautiful, if
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
Or like molded like created beautifully, like somebody put them together, you know, and said, I'm going to change
when you see
this.
the movie, you will see exactly what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
they're beautiful. Like South Beach of Cali, that type of
Malibu.
thing. Yeah, Malibu. There we go. Malibu. That's it.
Just-
Malibu.
Like I'm not from LA, I'm from Anaheim.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah. So do you know when it's scheduled to come out? When it's scheduled to drop?
October.
October. All right. So that's really right around the corner
Yes.
when you think about it.
Same producers that produced the TLC movie. So it should be really good.
Interesting.
There will be some anomalies because of the production staff not knowing a lot of things. As far as somebody being a drum major for one band and then being a percussionist for another. It's like, so things like, I already know you all, the band world, you're going to find these things. You're going to point them out. I'm telling you now that they're there. So,
Cut some slack.
Just
Cut
take
them
it
some
for
It's
it.
supposed to be a fantasy.
We did this movie in 30 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you will get what they paid for.
Yeah, they should have had me out there as a star. But I
As the
guess
band
I just-
director for the opposing school.
exactly. But see, when they called me, they said that I was asking for too much money. So that's actually what happened. But enough of that. So go out to see Drumline October, and I think
Or
this is
stay
Go
you
out.
can see it.
It's going to be on video.
go out to your living room, duh, and
me
see
there.
Drumline right on VH1 or
Log
whatever.
on to VH1.com. And,
I think this is as good a time as any to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors, Kroger Purified Water.
hey, Sophia.
just like we said we would be, to halftime is showtime.
His.
To his. We're back to his. All right. Awesome. So, Samantha told us what she was doing, what she's been up to.
And I came back. I just grabbed a band and I go A&T.
Hey, there we go. Just like Hollywood.
All it takes.
1 second she's regular old Joe or Jolene Samantha. Then she comes back as an A&T crowd with all the paraphernalia.
3 days, 3
If
ways.
only it were that easy. Anyway, so moving on. So this summer, Band Room Nation launched one of their initiatives to get the high school kids back playing and on their instruments all summer. It's called the Band of Champions or whatnot. We just had our rap session as well. We performed at the East Point celebration, 4th of July celebration. It was totally awesome. The kids sounded great. They had a great time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure next year is going to be even bigger, even better. The rap party is actually this Thursday here at Encore Film and Music Studio, where they'll be recording a video project or whatnot. But anyway, I brought that up to say a lot of people gave us flack for coming up with that initiative. Why are there 2 all-star bands in Atlanta? Blah, blah, blah. That's what we got. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, at the beginning of the year, Drumline was asking for people 18 and up. The Alumni All-Star Band, whether you're prepared to admit it or not, was asking for people 18 and up. The Atlanta Dream Band was asking for people 18 and up. So the high school kids were like, well, hey, what about us? You know, what is there to do for us? So, of course, Band Room Nation, being an organization that promotes and supports high school music programs, we came up with the idea of coming up with Band of Champions. And so after we did that, then all of a sudden, everybody's accepting high school kids. I just don't get it. But anyway, it was
Yeah. Drumline still did not accept high school.
Right, yeah. Because by law, Georgia law, they weren't. So yeah, they couldn't.
We tried. We wanted them in the beginning. We wanted to give them something to do, and no.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. But so anyway, it was successful. Blah blah blah. But anyway, there's been a lot of talk about the whole all-star band model versus the traditional band camp model. You know, a lot of people are saying that all-star bands, all they do is focus on blowing, cranking, you know, the competitive aspect of it, which is just loud noises, as opposed to fundamentals and actually making the kids grow and become better musicians, as opposed to the band camp model, where I guess they say band camps focus more so on the fundamentals, the marching techniques, and all the stuff that you need to become a better musician. How do you guys feel about that argument?
Well, I have a question.
Okay, question.
When we say that the all-star bands focus on the competitive, what competitions are they participating in? Because to my knowledge, Battle of the Bands don't actually get judged.
Right. Well, I guess, you know, even if it's not officially judged, there's still a competitive aspect to what we do. You know, even if it's jamboree,
The unspoken.
The unspoken who's louder type deal. The connotation of the loudest band gets the W. That whole thing, the W.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking about. So in that aspect, they do have these Battle of the Bands. They have one in Mississippi. They have one in Louisiana. They are having one in Augusta actually this weekend, I believe. Yeah, Augusta, CRSCAR. All-Star Band.
What test is that they're taking? What it sounds like a state
Who's
test.
going to the Augusta one?
Well, it's CRCT.
Is this Columbus?
It's CRCT. Marching All-Star Band is going up against the Magic City Hey, don't shoot me. I'm just saying what it is. The Magic City All-Star Band. Okay. So that's what that is about. So they have.
I guess they're stationed out of Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham. Okay. Yeah, no relation to the Magic City here in Atlanta.
You gotta be specific. The dancing will come out like, wow.
Not like, wow. And then people are going to be like, wow. No, but so they have these Battle of the Bands, right? They have these Battle of the Bands. Okay. So how do you guys feel about that whole, that rundown that all-star bands are negative, band camp is positive? Like, what do you feel?
Okay, I feel I'm a musician, although I don't play my horn as consistent as I would like to. If I was a band director Jesus. Close the door.
Let all these flies in.
If I was a band director with a high school program that I was building, or if I had a program that was consistent already, or we already had a reputation for something, or we already had a style, like some people, they like to base their marching style off of Cookman, or they like to base it off of Southern or off of FAMU. If we already have a style that we're doing, and I send my influential 14, 15, 16-year-old band student to this camp, I would hope that what they actually gain would be something to contribute to the program, not take away from what they already learned. So I would want them to actually get fundamentals, not the whole blowing aspect, because for one, that's an acquired taste. And I am from the SWAC, so I do know this taste that I'm speaking of. However, there's a difference between making noise and making really loud music.
But is it an acquired taste? Because y'all are musicians. Y'all are inside of it. But for all the people that don't know the difference between middle C and the letter C, that's what they want to hear. So should there be... Like, if that's what they like, the audience likes, then what's the
audience, see, the thing is, if you sit with a common person in the audience, they're just trying to see if they know the song. How loud it is, or how loud this trumpet gets, or how loud these French horns get, they don't know. They don't care nor know the difference. They just want to know it sounds good. So if it doesn't sound good, which goes back to the fundamental aspect, if you cannot get out of your range and still stay in tune, that's a problem. Yeah. So
I do think to an extent that the common person likes loud noises, because that's just how simple humanity is. We like loud noises and we like shiny things. Yeah, we're very basic, simple people. So I do think, I see what you're saying, Jared, but at some point you have to balance what's entertaining and what's actually going to make your students grow. You have to find a happy medium. And if blasting...
What band has a happy medium?
Woo.
That's a good question.
I wasn't prepared for that question. What band has a happy medium between what's entertaining and fundamentals?
Just say entertaining.
North Carolina A&T.
They're not entertaining.
They're very entertaining.
They're very entertaining.
On the field.
They're very entertaining.
And in the stands.
They've become...
Are you looking at the dancers?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the
No, but how can you look? I don't want to look at a trumpet. All they do is this the whole time.
If okay, all right.
They're entertaining on the field and they're entertaining in the stands.
I think A&T...
And they give you something new.
Over the past 2 years...
A&T. North Carolina A&T.
Let's
make that not your band.
Right, not the band you're in, the one you grabbed. A&T, I think they have been consistently entertaining over the past 2 years. I do think there are some things. I do think they sacrifice entertainment for some fundamentals, like we were talking about before. They don't just blast, but I do think there are some unflattering, unmusical things coming out of their horns at times, but they are very, very entertaining. I think they're more entertaining than they are fundamentally sound at this point. I don't think they found the happy medium yet, but they are almost, they're almost there if they keep working on it, I believe so.
But are they the closest to you? Who is the closest then?
No, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. If it weren't for that whole incident, it would be FAMU. Because FAMU, they're entertaining and they're fundamentally sound.
They sounded good. They sounded like their size. They didn't feel the need to overblow. They actually
We're talking about old FAMU now, not yet. We're talking about old FAMU.
Oh, like...
See, that's not fair.
What do you mean?
That's not fair. I really don't like that when band people do that. They be like, well, my band, like, when was your band? 1990 what? Like, let's talk today.
I didn't march at FAMU. I'm being realistic.
Okay, well, let's talk about today.
Well, we can't talk about today.
Because
okay, so then back to my question. What band now, today, is both entertaining and fundamental? What has the best balance of having the fundamentals and is also entertaining?
I wish Honda had a stand part.
Present day?
Yes.
Present day, I would say the closest band. I'll probably receive more flack for this because I'm about to go even further off to the other end of the spectrum. But right now, I don't want to say it. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Say it.
I have to say like Southern University. Southern University. They are an acquired taste from the band world or whatnot, you know, but I think
you can try. What I think people try to do is find vices within their band. Because you can listen to a clip, you can find several clips of Southern and seldomly find a flaw. Like very seldom. It might be like a parade or something. But listening to them, they are consistent as far as they are loud, but they're in tune and loud. It's a difference. A lot of programs want to just loud and bust their lips and
awful phrasing, and
it's just horrible. Bust their drum heads.
Accuracy.
It's like, what do you get
trumpets
from this?
just guessing, you know.
So
and their arrangements are good.
And it being okay. Now, yeah, their arrangements. There's no argument with their arrangements. I love Southern's arrangements and whatnot. I guess it's just an acquired taste as how far is too far, because as we know, Southern pushes the envelope as far as volume is concerned. So I think that's subjective, you know, how far is too far as far as I'm concerned, as long as it's not out of the characteristic sound of the instruments. And the number one violators of that are usually in the SWAC would be the French horns and the trumpets, in my opinion.
No, that's absolutely true.
But other than that, I think the Southern goes just far enough. Sometimes they go over that line, but most of the time they go just far enough, and they're still a very entertaining band as well. So I would have to say Southern. Feel free to send all of your hate mail to
why would they hate though?
To my toilet. Just send it straight to my toilet. My toilet is my bathroom, care of Linnell Goodwin. And, yeah, 303 Flush. Yes. At flush.com. But yeah, so
now I do think that
because we're band heads hate everything. That's not their opinion.
With FAMU being in its second year probation, is the second or third? Second year, so their numbers are going to increase.
Mm-hmm. So are they back on their field now for this upcoming year, 2014? Are they going to be marching on their field?
Wait.
They were marching for halftime. Oh, they were doing halftime?
Yeah, they did halftime last year. Yeah, they did halftime.
It was that other time, the other year.
Yeah.
They were doing it. But this is their comeback year.
This is their second year. Last year, because remember they went against Mississippi Valley.
That was their first, the SWAC
SWAC Challenge. It's really left a lot to be desired. But you know that's to expect when your band goes on a year hiatus and comes back with nothing but freshmen and sophomores, you know, because they pretty much clean house. So, but yeah, so that's a really good question. And as far as Bethune-Cookman is concerned, I think we're fundamentally sound. We're just lacking on the entertainment factor.
Yeah, y'all are like the best elevator band around. I would consistently play you all in every business building.
Bethune has a lot of discipline. They have a lot, and you see it and you hear it, and Bethune has a lot
of lines are very straight all the time.
Ain't they though? Ain't they though?
Ain't they though?
But like now, why don't we just make that the question of the episode for the viewers, and they can comment and they can tell us what band do they think has the best balance of entertainment and fundamental?
Right. So comment under this page. Under this YouTube video. And let's spark up some conversation here. So once again, what band do you believe has the best balance between entertainment and fundamentals? Alright, so go ahead and comment on all that stuff. And we'll be right back from this very last commercial break. For the final segment of Halftime is Showtime.
Yes.
Oh, that's so clever. Oh my God. I was
like on the way over here, really. Right. I didn't know about this until
y'all drove together?
No, but we did get here on time.
Oh!
I was 6 minutes late, not an hour, so.
What are you talking about? What hour are you speaking of? Because today is the show that is going on here. And yeah, so again.
But I had to drive. Okay, anyways. Right now.
All right, so Don't you just love the cast of Halftime is Showtime? Oh, goodness. So anyway, so this is going to be our closing question, all right? And then we'll go around the table and get some opinions and things like that. Who are your top, because we're in the middle of July, which means band camp is right around the corner, which means the first football game is right around the corner in essence. So who do you think, no, just tell us, who are your top 3 picks for this season, for whatever reason? It could be for sound, it could be just to see what they're going to do, it could be for entertainment purposes. Who are your top 3 that you are looking out for this season, and why?
Okay, I will... Due to the Honda and what it showed us, I would like to actually say, even, and this is not me being biased, Alabama A&M, because what we saw at Honda was not a traditional Alabama A&M. That was an actual full field show with transitions and stuff on the field outside of a diamond and a couple of lines. And the show was creative. It was very creative. It had a theme, pretty much like with, you know, the, not as far as Ohio State with their actual formations, but as far as when you have a theme and sticking to it throughout the show, they literally stuck to this Outkast theme throughout the show, and it sounded really good. The arrangements were awesome. Yeah, that's one band I'm definitely going to be excited about. North Carolina A&T. Only because I'm looking for, since Honda decided to declare a winner this year, I want to see what they do with this title of being the first ever Honda Battle of the Bands winner. Are they going to let it go to their head and rest on the laurels, or are they going to actually add and improve? They're a consistent program. So, 3. Ooh. People are going to be shocked, and I don't know why, because I say this all the time. I'm not a hater, I just don't like certain people. FAMU, I think, because they can add more to their program this year, and they've received the backlash from the public, they've received the backlash from some alumni, they've received the backlash from the band population in general, the parents, and from what I'm observing, I think they've learned something.
You know, their band director is old.
He's the oldest band director in the world.
Yeah, he's like really old.
Like from 13, 14, like 19, 12 or something. Like he's the oldest guy.
Antiquity
ever.
Or something.
Right, so.
Yeah. Just random thought.
Yes.
You know? I do that sometimes. Alright, so is it my turn?
Father time. But yes, those will be Alabama A&M, North Carolina A&T, and Florida A&M. Like, I really feel like those are going to be 3 bands. One MEAC, no, 2 MEAC and 1 SWAC.
Okay, so you're pretty even there.
Rep for the MEAC.
Right.
I wish there were some schools in other areas that I could pull
Other areas?
from.
What?
What other areas?
There are no other areas.
Oh, like Ohio State?
Yeah. Alright, so, Jared, would you like to go?
I'll go. This is in no particular order, right?
No particular order.
Great. We'll co-sign with Samantha and say North Carolina A&T. They have given us these very non-traditional HBCU halftime shows, and I'm loving that. When you put fire on the show, you have these themes where you have the Jumbotron is half of your show, and when half of your show is the social media aspect and the marketing with North Carolina A&T's band. I love all of that, so I really want to see how they go about with this title, the first ever Honda Battle of the Bands, and how they can capitalize on their already growing success. I am going to be looking at, because we're not just doing top, right? It's just bands we're looking for.
Yeah, just stuff you're looking for.
Okay, I'll be looking for, was it Central or was it St. Louis band that had their whole band program locked down? Central. Yeah, I'm looking at that to see what they're about to do, because I know that all their band alumni was upset, but I want to see, if the school has the bands back, and to see, you know, how the band bounces back.
Is there a band, a program that brings money to the campus?
I don't go there, never went there. I haven't researched it, so I
Have
don't
you
know.
heard of them prior to this incident?
I heard one of their drum majors. That's a different story. But yeah, I just want to see what they do after this whole. What y'all got to say now?
That's not
Nothing.
my business.
Okay, I just want to go ahead and see what they do after this
That is
whole
none of my business.
wipe out of their whole band staff. And thirdly, finally, I'm gonna go with. No, I'm not.
I was waiting. It was like
No, I'm not gonna say that.
the Pirate Bay of Love.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna see. I mean, I always look at the Stingettes. So
Alabama State.
I always look at the Stingettes
Oh my God.
in the stands.
Emphasis.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis.
I always look at the Stingettes in the stands.
And Ashley's not the captain. Well, she wasn't the captain last year. So.
Yeah.
She's been gone for a second now.
So I guess those are my three: A&T, Central, and
The Stingettes.
While they're in the
And the
stands.
Stingettes.
While they're in the
While they're in the
stands.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Okay, so you sure not when they're on the field?
Oh God, no. Just while they're in the stands. While they're in the stands.
Okay, so my three.
Tried it.
Of course, I'm going to say Bethune-Cookman, but not for the obvious reason. I'm going to be looking out for Bethune-Cookman because I think, well, that is ironic, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, so, not for those reasons, but because, like I said earlier, Bethune has been kind of in the same, mode of doing kind of the same thing. And I think their staff has heard that. I think the staff has heard the opinion of the people. So I believe that the staff is going to really change some things up this year. So I'm interested to see, what kind of creativity and what kind of different things that the Marching Wildcats are going to bring to the marching band world this year. So Bethune-Cookman is one. Also, I'm going to say, you guys are going to clutch your pearls at this one. South Carolina State. I'm interested to look at South Carolina State this year simply because they always give us such great material to laugh at. Every single year, they give us something.
Oh, Mandela.
Memes, loose, just memes. They give us all kinds of material.
They lost some money this year.
You said lost.
Money.
Yeah, they did lose some money, so I won't go so hard on them. But
They're
I do
doing
still.
what happened to Morris Brown. Maybe Mr. Ellis shouldn't travel. I'm just saying.
Okay, so South Carolina State is one of them. I'm interested to see what they're going to do, so they can give us more material to, talk about via the internet and things of that nature. And then last but not least, oh man, I had one. Oh, Southern University. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Southern University because, as you know, they have a new band director this year, Mr. Jackson has decided to retire after the passing of Dr. Isaac Greggs. He abruptly decided to retire and handed over to Mr. Nathan Hamer, who is now the director of bands. A lot of people have a lot of, high hopes and different things for him. Southern is one of those bands that has a lot of deep tradition. They hold that tradition throughout the tenure of each band director. So it's always interesting to see what's going to happen with a band like that when a new band director comes in to put forth his vision.
The score and stuff.
I think they still do the score. Some traditions won't ever change. I guess
And the
that's
big white boy that dances.
and the circle drill, all those things that we kind of wish would go
and
away.
do what you wanna. I love do what you wanna. You gotta do
Yeah.
that because you're in Louisiana, so.
Yeah, of course. That's brass band.
But you don't
second
have to
line.
have the white token boy that's fat. How do
Yeah,
you find
it's-
a consistent fat boy every year that plays maybe something?
It's 2014, guys.
Good grief.
That's almost reverse racism at this point. Okay.
Grambling in the
So-
Rolling Stones. Some things you should just let go.
Oh man, Grambling still exists.
Yeah.
Right, the world famed Grambling.
Well, yeah. So that's my top three. So I mean, that's a good topic of discussion as well. But we won't make that our episode topic because we have another episode topic. Just a reminder, what band is the closest to I forgot how we worded it.
What band has fundamentals and entertainment all balled up in one?
Right. Okay, so that's that. All right. So I mean, but if you'd like to comment with your top three that you're just looking out for, not your top three best, but the top three that you're going to be looking out for this season because of whatever reason, feel free to comment on the bottom of this page as well, this YouTube video as well. All right.
I am sort of a community freak. In my free time, like on vacation, literally every vacation I take, I find a project, a service project that I can do to, just fulfill that free time that I have in my life.
And that urge for being a part of the betterment of the community.
Yeah, like I want to save the world. Anyway,
I want to take over the world. Isn't that ironic?
Why are we friends? I am doing
Napoleon, Mother Teresa, right?
Okay, focus. Facebook has been having this wonderful challenge where people are taking these photos, and it's either the Get Fit Challenge, the Sexy Challenge, the I Read Books Challenge, just a lot of random challenges where people are being asked to post things, or the song challenge, or whatever.
Gospel challenge.
Gospel challenge, right. So, my challenge was the $8 challenge. I traditionally twice a year do a drive that benefits the Covenant House of Atlanta, which is for homeless teens ages 17 through 21 in the city of Atlanta, some surrounding areas. And I also take some of the donations and have one random Saturday with me and some of my students and wonderful Red Dog friends.
What?
We go out and give these thugs go out and give out homeless bags to the homeless populations of Atlanta. The $8 challenge specifically speaks to a person taking $8 and going to your local Dollar Tree or deal store, purchasing 2 toothbrushes, 2 tubes of toothpaste, 2 deodorant sticks, and 2 little wipes, baby wipes or sanitary wipes. So that's a total of $8. We take that and we make 2 bags for either a male or a female, and we give those out. So if every person did that, you can only imagine how many bags that we can give out and how many teens we can actually reach. So I ask you all who are out there and you're in the surrounding Atlanta area. I've already started and I've been driving around and burning all kinds of gas doing it, but it's so awesome when people actually want to do it and participate, so I'm willing to do it. We're going on through July 31st. If you are available and want to meet up with me, just message on the bottom of the YouTube video and I will contact you as far as how you can donate. So I look forward to hearing from a lot of you all. And you can actually see that I look the same in person.
Yeah.
No catfish.
Donate. You know that still goes on. Anyway, donate to this thing, okay? Donate. Alright? It doesn't take anything for you to take $8 out of your pocket and get some stuff for some homeless people. So donate. And that's that.
Not like that, though.
We have our different methods. Once again, Napoleon, Mother Teresa.
If you want to give, I'm more than willing to meet you. Some people, I think it's more fun when you actually go and pick up the items yourself. A lot of people just want to give you the money, and that's great.
Yeah, go out and be awesome, man.
Just go, if you go and purchase it, I will meet you at the Dollar Tree or meet you somewhere near within the city of Atlanta in the public. So,
no Craigslist.
Right, you're not gonna kid me, buddy. I see you liking these comments, creep. Yeah, so please participate in the $8 challenge.
So what if they're out of town? If they want to participate, how can they participate more?
If you want to send a money order or cashier check directly and label it to the Covenant House, which you can do that, you can send it. Leave your email address and I can send you a mailing address so you can send that. So that way your financial donation will go directly to the Covenant House.
You know what, Samantha Derry? You are a saint. Okay?
I am just me.
Yeah.
I am just who I am. Mm-hmm. It's always that down to say when they were asking like, what's your sexuality? I am what I am. You cannot determine what I am.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We thank you guys for joining us today at Halftime is Showtime. Gosh, that's so awesome.